is the television game in which daring determines the fate of the player. This is the game of strategy, luck, and knowledge. This is Bullseye. Now, here's our host, Jim Wayne.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much, and welcome once again to Bullseye. It is true what Jay said. This is the game of strategy, knowledge, and especially daring. But rather than keep you all in suspense, Jay Stewart, will you please introduce our first two players?
Our current champion, whose winnings total over $5,400, is a bartender who was once an oyster diver. Meet Scott Wyant. And his challenger is a captain in the United States Army who just graduated from law school. He's married with 2 children. Meet Scott Black.
Welcome back, guys. Scott, you have $5,400, which is a lot of money for a bartender. What is the biggest tip you've ever gotten as a bartender?
Oh, it was a blue moon in the 5th race at Hollywood Park.
Oh, you're going to be funny today. All right. Well, just so you know the answers, and Scott, Captain Scott, is it okay if I call you Captain? Because
That's fine.
2 Scotts might get confusing. I notice you have 2 children. How old are they, Scott?
I've got a 3-year-old daughter and a 5-month-old son, Jim.
5-month-old son. You told me something unusual about that son, right?
Well, I delivered him in my living room floor last February.
Oh,
accidental birth.
That's marvelous. Just an accident? That's great. Everything all right?
Just fine.
Good, strong fellow. Well, good luck to you, and good luck to your son, and now on to our game. And here's how it works. You accumulate money by correctly answering questions. The first player who can bank $1,000 or more will win the game and goes on to play the bonus game. The categories you're going to be playing with are behind those 2 top windows over there. In the left-hand one, the categories in this game are popular musicals, grab bag, by the numbers, and our visual category, foreign words. In the right-hand window, the categories are aviation history, sexy stars, world records, and 3 of a kind. And the window down below will determine the number of questions you're contracting to answer in whatever category you choose. Let's spin the wheels and get them going up there, and we'll cover them up. And, Scott, you're the champion, so you're going to go first. You hit the button when you're ready, and let's see what you get today. Here we go. Grab bag for $150. Sexy stars for $150, and you must answer 5 questions. Oh, a big contract. Big, big. 5 questions. Scott, which category do you prefer, grab bag or sexy stars?
I'm not really sure about this. I think I'll go for the grab bag.
All right, you're going for the grab bag. We don't quite know what that is, do we? All right, grab bag for $150 a question, 5 questions. That means the contract itself is worth $750. Here is your first question, and we'll see what it is. The highest gross income ever achieved by an American in a single year was made by an infamous resident of Chicago. Right. He took in $105 million in the year 1927. Can you name him?
Scarface Al Capone.
You got it, Al Capone. And the pot now has $150 in it. There are 4 more questions in the contract. Here's the next one. The only father and son to win the Medal of Honor were both generals in the U.S. Army. The father won his during the Civil War. The son won his during World War II. Can you give me their last name?
Donahue.
Oh, that's not correct. Control goes over to Scott. An Army question. 2 men won the Medal of Honor. 1 father, 1 son. 1 during the Civil War, 1 during World War II. Can you give me their last name, Scott?
I'm kind of embarrassed to guess. Murphy?
No, that is not correct. The correct answer is MacArthur. Arthur and Douglas MacArthur both won the Medal of Honor. You missed the question. No. Control goes back to you, Scott. And, Scott, you have a chance to answer this question. There's still 4 remaining in this contract, you know. Here it is. According to legend, at whom did the first peeping Tom peep?
Lady Godiva.
You got it, Lady Godiva. The pot is now $300. 3 more questions in the contract. This herb has a French name that means lion's teeth. It is used as a salad green, makes a fine light wine, but is usually regarded as a troublesome weed. Oh. Can you name it, Scott?
I think that would be the dandelion.
You got it again, the dandelion. All right, $450 in the pot. 2 questions remaining in the contract. One classic American song uses the words of Julia Ward Howe set to the tune of John Brown's Body. What is the title of the song?
Truth is marching on. No.
No, that's not correct. All right, Scott, control goes over to you. You have a chance to go now. I'll repeat the question. The tune of John Brown's Body uses a classic American song. What is the title of the song?
My eyes have seen the glory.
No, that is not correct. The correct title is The Battle Hymn of the Republic. You quoted lines from it, but that wasn't the title. You both missed it. That question is discarded. We'll have a new question. Control goes back to Scott. We still have 2 more to complete this contract. This European country leads the world in the production of iron ore, lumber, and petroleum. Name it.
Germany.
No, not correct. All right, Captain Scott, control goes over to you. Can you name the country that leads the world in production of iron ore, lumber, and petroleum?
That'd be Russia.
It is USSR, Russia. You got it. And the pot is now $600. And you still have control, Scott. Now, to complete the contract, Scott, answer this question. Silver is symbolic of 25th anniversary. Gold is symbolic of 50th anniversary. For the contract, what symbolizes the first anniversary?
Paper.
You got it! Paper. Contract is completed. $750 in the pot. And since you completed the contract, Captain Scott, you now have a decision to make. You can take that $750 and bank it in your bank. If you do, it's yours to keep forever and ever. But if you do, you lose control back to Scott, or you can continue to play. And before we find out what you want to do, think about it, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.